Hi everybody, my name's Bonnie, and you probably know me from behind the piano. This time I'd like to take you along with me on a little walk along the east branch of the Brandywine, looking towards Downingtown. All along the river you can find little beaches. It's really cool unless there's a big rain. And this was early spring. I did a walk for about an hour. Now here, if you look very carefully, along the river are little back ponds, sort of behind the trail. There are many trails along the Brandywine, and in the little kind of nest in the trunk of the tree is a mother goose. She was sitting on her nest, and she obviously was very protective. I frightened her, so she stretched her neck out. I was so quiet. And many times, if we're really quiet in the woods, we get to see these kind of little gifts. I just liked this twisty tree. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it was a hornbeam, or ironwood, as it's sometimes called, because it's so strong and its branches look almost like muscles. And here's some pretty moss down on the ground with a Christmas fern growing over it. I found a lot of these stones along the creek, along the trail, with just a hint of blue. So I brought one home and I cleaned it off. It's actually called smoky quartz, but around here along the Brandywine River it takes on a blue color. Something in the chemistry of the soil makes it appear blue and sparkling. Here it is close up. Hi. I bet you can find some if you walk along the Brandywine. A tiny little fern growing under a dead piece of wood. This is called the trout lily. So I went for my walk in early spring. The trout lily is supposed to bloom when the trout are running in the stream. And it looks very much like a violet. It's also sometimes called a dogtooth violet. Here's another area of the Brandywine, still along the same east branch. And sometimes a blue heron will perch on a rock in the middle of the river. There's not one today, but it's a very nice perch for a bird to watch for fish. This is called pinkster bush. A pinkster looks like a honeysuckle, but it's pink. And the early settlers, I've read, brought them over from Holland. It's a pinkster bush blooms right around Ascension Day. It's amazing. Every year it just comes out at that time of year. I believe it's also native to this country as well. But looking in the middle of these blossoms, we can find a bumblebee. Here's a beautiful path in Glenmore, again along the Brandywine, and on each side of the path are phlox, again a wildflower, and they bloom around May. Here's a closer look at those phlox.